Hey, that girl, congrats, girl, on that CDL. Congrats, baby girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You gonna see me moving around the truck here in a second, so y'all might not see me. Hey, African Violet. Y'all might not see me because I'm at Lubbock, so Grumpy's coming to get me in a minute, so I got to get my laundry together. So y'all gonna see me moving around. So y'all get to see all the fluffiness. You get to see Fluffy move around. Anyway, good morning. Hey, big congratulations and shout out to Miss That Girl, who is also one of the new hosts on the Trucker 411. We look forward to hearing from her. I got to get you access to YouTube, to our YouTube page. I'll get you access to that too. But the team, you see the team is already shouting out at you. DCI gave you a welcome. He's a hot mess. DCI, he's a sweet guy. He's a good guy. Yolanda Gibson, what's up? Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yeah, I'm here. I should be getting a reset right now. I gotta do my off duty before I leave the truck. Anyway, I brought the truck back to their yard because he likes to, I guess, have his trucks on his child. This guy is so control freaky. I'm like, bro, what can you? All the drivers he hires are extremely mature drivers, from what I understand. So I don't understand. Yeah, they're yeah, you gonna fit right in. We a bunch of crazy. There's different personalities. So Shy is like our youngster who's Mr. Cool, laid back, kind of, still feeling his way into his growing up and being a man. He's 20 something. Um, let's see here. D Boy Stance is kind of like me. Remind me of a younger sister, honestly. She's geeky, quirky, kind of cool, tongue in cheek humor, kind of like me. So that's why I really like her because she reminds me so much of a young geeky me. Laura is not a driver at all, but she had a family member who drove, and several of her family members were into mechanics. So Laura likes knows mechanics, and she did work for some first responders in Arizona, but her and I worked together at University of Phoenix. And so she started just putting news content up regarding trucking. I guess she found it kind of interesting. And she did it so much, I was like, let's make her a news admin. So she's an admin, even though she doesn't drive. And she's at that stage. She's a little bit, I think yours maybe five years or so younger than me. And so she's at that point where she's just really enjoying her 40s. You see her out there on the in a not a canoe. What do you call that thing? You sit your body in and they go through the water. So you'll see her doing stuff like that and hiking and visiting around. Okay, yeah, you close. You're younger too. And then DCI he's older than me by about 3 to 5 years, and DCI is kind of our businessman. He actually has his own he still owns it, his own contracting business out of Florida. And you can actually go to his YouTube page under DCI Jams, and he did some impeccable work as far as remodeling. And he would go and just drive his regular pickup truck and take a camping bag and sleep in the back of his truck and do and work and sleep out of that truck and work in people's homes and remodel their bathrooms and kitchens and stuff, and did some phenomenal stuff. So he has that business, and he's going to marry his trucking to his company. I do know he is contracted to FEMA, and which also has him with Homeland Security credentials. So he has some credentials like that. So he's kind of the business guy on the channel. But yeah, we have a really good mix over there, and I'm looking hopefully for some more hosts. I'd like to get Shy has a team, but I don't know if that they're going to be on there like that. But because he just brought on a teammate onto his truck, and he's a lease purchase op at SRT. He already says who he's with. So he's going to bring on, I don't know if they'll do some team videos for us or not. He'll have to talk to his teammate and see if that's something he wants to do. But I am looking for a good team to show what it's like being a team because we don't have that. And I wouldn't mind getting people in other forms of transportation like busing. Um, uh, she brings fuel. I might need to talk to you because I don't have anybody doing tanker. I could use a tanker driver to give some of that. Now, Bill's done everything, so I could interview Bill on anything. Bill's up in Canada right now delivering for Ashley. Well, he might be back down. He might because he's usually home on the weekend, but I know he was up in BC. Last I talked to him delivering it for Canada. Chicago BBW, good morning. Give a good congratulations out to that girl. She just got her CDL. Um, when are you going out with your mentor, that girl? And y'all getting ready to see me move around because I got to pack the truck because Grumpy's coming in about. Oh, okay. I got to tell y'all Grumpy this morning. That ninja. Hold on. I got to show you this. But that girl, real quick, just respond. When are you going out with your mentor? Hey, Dustin. Good morning. Congratulate that girl, Mr. Dustin. She just got her CDL. So big shout out to her. But I gotta share Grumpy story. I gotta share Grumpy story. So this morning, are you okay? Are you gonna go out with a male or a female, or did you leave it open? Y'all getting ready to see me move around because I gotta pack the rest of my stuff for my couple days here. Rochelle Bailey, good morning. V Griffiths, good morning. Okay. I'm going to say this to you, and let me say this to anybody listening to this video. Oh, by the way, if you're watching me for the first time and you have not done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, somebody else might, in the words of D-Boy Stance. So go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Hit the bell for reminders about lives and other videos that come out, please. And I know some people haven't been getting reminders. Send YouTube a comment because that's on them. They need to fix that. But anybody who goes out, including this is for that girl specifically, but anybody goes out with a trainer, and I'm going to say this to you, especially to my ladies, but it can happen to men too. If you at any point, and I mean any point, feel that there is anything inappropriate on that truck, in our good morning, you make sure you contact somebody. And before you go out, okay, did the mentor thing, but I also have people I know who this happened to. Okay, and it was a male who I know it happened to, not a female. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just one of them people that believe you need to be prepared in case you get, because there are some unique folks out here in trucking. Some people, a lot of people out here are cool, good-hearted people, but then you got your assholes out here that's just gone and and you got your pervs out here, okay, and you got your lonely ass dudes out here, okay. If for any reason you feel uncomfortable, you feel they're doing anything inappropriate, you feel they're hinting at anything inappropriate, please make sure before you leave out, you have the email address of someone that you can contact. So you should, I know with my company, with Swift, with Werner, those companies had what you had like a student service or a person who was coming from student status into becoming going out with a mentor. So you had a contact. You make sure you have an email and a phone number for that person and immediately let them know what you're feeling. If you do that though, one of the things I'm going to tell you, make sure you're somewhere where you can safely get off that truck. The problem with a lot of trucking companies is they don't know how to handle those situations properly, and they may put you in a worse situation. So make sure that when you make that comment, you make that concern, you're somewhere where you can safely get off that truck. Okay. And what you may want to say is, I have some things I need to talk to you about, but I need to get off this truck ASAP and put it in writing. Okay. When that person gets to the next terminal or the next safe spot for you to get off and then let them know everything and why you want off that truck. Okay. You document it. My fear is that sometimes, and this is something I was saying in a video I did last night about the Nick and Carla situations, a lot of times the people in these trucking companies, similar to this situation I'm in right here, the guy I think is genius on some of his business tactics, but I don't think he's a good driver manager. I think he's horrid. I think he's absolutely horrid. He's too micromanaging. The owner's too micromanaging. He needs to be running. He needs to be in the background, sitting back, overseeing his operation. And then he needs to have driver managers and planners in place that can run the day-to-day operations who are trained in that or have experience in that area. But because of the control freaky thing, the micromanaging thing, and like I said, I think the only thing I can think for him to be the way he is, somebody dicked him over. And so that's why family members are always put in the places of authority or in places that's the I'm gonna trust my family, I ain't gonna trust no strangers. I got I got a buddy of mine right now that has done some stuff, and I don't want to speak on it because he might watch the videos that are questionable. I really in conjunction with family. And you gotta be very careful. So I don't necessarily trust. I'm gonna trust experience and a background check. That's what I'm gonna trust, and I'm gonna trust it to a degree. But you always need to watch your crap, regardless whether it's family or not family. You always got to watch your stuff. But yeah, you to me higher experience. I'd rather have somebody experience. Night transportation is a good example. Kevin Knight, when he started that company, he came from Swift Transportation and rolled out Night, right? But what they do now is they have people who are in charge who are educated in those areas, who are trained, degreed people who have been trained to do the job. And that's what's running or attempting to run Night, and Night's been very successful. Successful enough that Swift Transportation, while they were financially in trouble, had to reach out and say, "Hey, we need your help." They number 26, Swift is number 6. So that says a lot that you don't reach down to your former colleague to say, "Hey, we need your help to pull us out our mess." So, you know, yeah, yeah. Anyway, you just be careful on that. Well, one thing you want to do is you want to tell him, hey, I want to just keep a video vlog of this, and make sure your trainer knows that, because you got to be careful with that. The owner role is still a driver today. Rail, I keep saying role. He was not given the company he had to earn his place. Okay, all right, all right. That's a beautiful thing. That's one of the things that I like about DCI. DCI could have just went ahead financially and probably bankrolled a damn trucking company and been like this guy. I don't know if this guy's ever really, really driven. I think his father was a driver, from what I understand. And he could have bankrolled him a company and never got out here and seen what it's like. I think one of the best things you can do in trucking is learn the job from the ground up. Any job, learn it from the ground up. A lot of how I got into management was from the ground up. And I think that makes you really a better manager. Um, because then you somewhat understand. But what sometimes happen is people, they move into a management position and forget where they came from, and we got to be careful about that too. You got to always remember what you came from. All right. Also, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to scare you. When you're out, if you guys go out to eat, um, I'm just really weird. I know I'm weird. I don't know how true this is. I ran into a driver who said this happened to her. Her trainer spiked her thing and did some stuff. So make sure that if you drink something, drink it all the way up. And then if you have to go to the bathroom, walk away, ask the waitress for a brand new glass, brand new ice, and brand new drink. I don't mean to be paranoid. I'm just cautious, especially being females out here in this industry, and especially knowing that some people are off the rail. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just telling you some stories I've heard, whether true, false, or in between. You might as well just be careful. Look, it's better to be careful than any. Yeah, safe is better. There you go. You understand what I mean? So just cover yourself. Even if you're training with somebody, don't until you feel that they really have earned that. Hey Rochelle, good morning. You Until you feel they have earned that trust, like the gentleman I got. So when I first went back, I had to go back out for 250 hours because I'd been off the road for 5 years. Okay. And when I went out with my mentor trainer, the first one I had was a TV watcher chick. I was supposed to have another dude, but his truck went in the shop. And so I ended up with the TV watcher chick. And like Martika. Martika, y'all can go back and watch my TV watcher trainer. She was a sweetheart, but that baby was she was so dangerous. And she didn't realize, and I was like, the only thing holding that baby from having an accident is the angels of the Lord. That's it. That baby's accident waiting to happen. Oh my God. She was funny as hell. She was a sweetheart. You just loved her instantly. I love Martika. Martika was just cool people. The other lady I had, when I left off her truck, she was a B. And I fractured my ankle under her watch. I mean, I wasn't even out with her a day, and I had the whole fracture happen. And I don't know, because I still think she did something, because it was real grippy when I went to pull up on the back. Um, the other one so I ended up asking the guy I got had sat in orientation next to me. He had been with the company 21 years as a mentor trainer, owner, operator, lease purchase op. and he was coming back to the company side. His truck was starting to have problems, so he just decided to be a company driver. He had reached that age and he didn't want the headache, and they didn't have the kind of truck he wanted. He's a Volvo enthusiast. So they no longer had the Volvos. So he came back to company. And so he was kind of know-it-all in the class, but because when he even though he was know-it-all, he whatever he said, he was on hit from what I knew of trucking. And I was like, you know what, know-it-all or not, the dude knows his shit. So we had exchanged numbers and I called him. I said, hey, I'm the person sitting next to you, Shannon. Hey, Shannon, I remember you. Kind of geek, he's geek too. And he's into the whole him and his wife, the kilts and all that stuff. He's into that, and he's really just he's a geek. His wife's kind of geeky. They're kind of that oddball white couple, but they're cool as hell, right? And so his wife's like a writer. And like the first day out when we went out, I met his mom day one, and that I started feeling that comfort zone because he introduced me to his mama day one. Okay, his mom lives in Casa Grande, Arizona. Then I met his family like a week or 2 later in California. I met his wife and his son, and I felt that comfort. So when you get that, did I feel comfortable walking away and leaving a glass on the table? By the time I was in week 3, yeah, I was fine. I was like, this dude he's a dad, he's a husband, he's a son, he's just a geeky dude. But I had hey Les, we good morning by the way. But we really you have to kind of have that gut. Your gut is going to be, Bill told me, your gut out here in trucking is huge. Follow your gut. Okay. Follow your gut. Yeah. So, you mean done? You mean that they slept with the trainer or the trainer? Shoot. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. My thing did some weird. I got to start moving. So, anyway, I'm going to be moving around the truck here, y'all. Um, be very careful when you're out here with these people. And like I said, it might be an excellent trainer, it might not be anything. Uh okay, I hope that's what she meant. I'm thinking that they slept with the trainer to get, and that happens. People, and if the trainer asks you to do stuff, they showed like when I was in my mentor class, they showed videos of inappropriate things. I mean, they had some the starter company I was with, they had some $1 million lawsuits for sexual harassment stuff. And I know of a guy. I have a guy friend that I met later on where his trainer was hitting on him. And his male trainer was doing inappropriate stuff to him. Um, and he was like, had to get off the truck. He's like, I gotta go. And he's just trying to simply get his CDL. And he says, I'm not gay. I like women. Bro, and so, you have that. You just really do. And you got to be careful. So I don't mean to scare anybody. I just am one of those people that you need to be prepped. It can happen out here. I don't know anything about LASIK v. Griffith, but I know people who've had LASIK and they've been successful. You just got to make sure it works for you. As long as you can see the road, that's that's all that matters. If you can see the road, like when I put my glasses on, I can't see shit close up. I can see my glasses are for far away. Like right now, that truck that's up there, I can see it's a truck, but it's blurry. Now, right up here, right now, I can see everything. I can see y'all, and everything is cool. The license plate's a little blurry over there, so I have to have my glasses on and everything clears up. But I didn't have to start wearing glasses until my late 40s. And believe it or not, I was born without vision. Ah, Fluffy's getting up, y'all. Fluffy's getting up. So I got my blanket I gotta put up here. So y'all can ready to see me move around this truck a little bit. Um, and I hope y'all can hear me okay. I got the Bluetooth on, so you should be able to hear me from the Bluetooth. Grumpy is coming to get me. This is trash. I'm gonna tell him to put that in the trunk. Trash in the trunk. Um, It's the only thing I do not like about this truck. It does not have enough storage. Cause like my dirty clothes, I normally have them in the top bunk of my Freightliner, and here I have to sit them up here. So I got 5 million things going on with this seat up here, and I don't like that. Okay. Uh, and these things are wonderful. These are the big bags you can get at Walmart. I use them for dirty clothes. Wonderful. I was trying to think what else I was going to talk to y'all about. I got some responses on that Nick and Carla video. Les, I know you put some responses down, and Les was like, "I didn't know you felt that way." Um, and I don't know in conjunction to what you were referring, but I have very clear cut. I came into this industry because I don't want a lot of drama. I want to do my job. I like the peace of it, and I want you to leave me alone. When I was working for and Les knows what company, but don't say it. When I was working for the lease purchase company, it was a different type of micromanagement I was dealing with than what I'm dealing with here. Um, the lady there, and I had a sister, she was calling all the time, and she was calling in reference to new loads. So every time a new load came up, she was blowing up my phone. I'm driving, working my existing load. Well, do you think you can do this load afterwards? I said, honey, I haven't even stopped to look at that load. I'm trying to get to the other destination. It had nothing to do with being on time, had nothing to do with being late. It had to do with, and I really didn't have that problem with that company either, but it had to do with taking the next load. I'd have to pull the truck over. The woman was calling so doggone much. Um, she was calling so much, I had to pull the truck over in order to respond to her. And I had to tell her, it's like every time you call me, I'm pulling this truck over. No, let me see. Y'all are there. That's better. Every time you call me, I'm up here pulling the damn truck over. So you're impeding me from doing what I'm gonna do next, which is trying to do my job. You're stopping me from doing that, and I pull it over in order to go over the load. You haven't given me enough time for that. Then when I hit bad weather, that was another issue. I shut the truck down. I was up in that vortex when they had that ice vortex up there in the northeast, and I pulled the truck over because the road was icy. It started sliding. They had sent out multiple messages, um, telling us basically if we had problems to shut this shit down. Okay, they done sent multiple messages. If they done sent these multiple messages, why are you continuing to call me? She calls me, oh, well, I see that you pulled over early. Yeah. Why'd you pull over? Hello, I'm in the polar vortex and the road is ice, and you guys should know where this truck is at. And you should know that if, no, no. By the time I got done, I was done. And then when I had I was up and it started snowing real bad. I was up, where was I? Just outside of New York, New Jersey area. And I woke up and all of a sudden the snow was fall. You couldn't even see across the street. And I was at a Love's. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna have a delay getting out of here. I sent a message. And she goes, "Well, do you have an ETA when you're leaving?" I sent her pictures. I said, "Do you see this shit?" So then they're gonna try to send another load, and then that was just up the street from where I was delivering that one, thinking I guess I'm gonna roll out because it's a different. She calling. Mm-mm. Game over. No, you're not gonna harass me in inclement weather. You already bugging the shit out of me about the loads. And then finally, the final straw was once, and then she asked me because I stopped answering her calls. Is there something wrong with your phone? I've called. I said, yes, you're calling too damn much. I, and it wasn't at first. I always am one who will double check myself because you have to be careful that you might be taking something a certain way. There were two of us out of my orientation that got the same lady. Okay. It was me and a Mexican dude. So we got two different perspectives. He's a guy, he's Latino. I'm black, I'm a woman, and she was a black woman too. I'm pretty positive of it. And I probably might have been the only one because she's up in Iowa or wherever the hell this company's at. Uh, me and him had exchanged numbers, and he from the jump he didn't care for her. I don't know what transpired in their introductory call, but whatever it was from jump, he didn't like this lady. So I need a trash bag. If I don't have another trash bag, I think I busted up. I need to go get some of the new ones of those stretch bags. Um, so I don't like I said, I don't know what transpired between him and that lady, but he didn't like her from moment one. And he told me he didn't care for her. And I was like, oh, give her a chance. Because I laid out who I am. I lay out who I am in the very beginning. I did the same thing with my driver manager at the starter company. And I liked her. I didn't have no problem with her. I mean, she might, like I said, she may or not care for me. I don't care if you do or don't. Um, but I lay out my agenda is and my goals. That's why there was nothing hidden in anything I was doing. Um, with the other company. It's like I'm not trying to hide shit from you. These are my goals, these are my plans. Now I don't do that all the time, but I laid out exactly what my goals were because I knew I wasn't most likely going to be staying with them long term. I would look at their stuff, but I wasn't going to necessarily stay with them for a long period of time, and I knew that. Um, hold on, y'all. This is why you keep trash bags on your truck, and let me get some more. Um, she had I used to go with the cheaper Walmart ones, but they started leaking and stuff if you poured anything that was wet or, and now that I got the little refrigerator on here, like I had to do a clean out of the refrigerator. Um, I had like wet paper towel and stuff. That would have leaked right through. So the lady was doing the most. She was so by the time he had run into issues, I called him. I said, how's everything going with XYZ person? I'll read your comments in a minute, y'all. I said, how's everything going with this particular driver manager? He said, Shannon, I think I'm going to switch. He said, I'm going to have to talk to. He said, do you know who we need to talk to? And I said, you're going to probably have to ask her boss. And he says, how's it going for you? And I said, a lot of calling. He's like, yeah, she calling too damn much. And I was like, okay, it ain't just me. And I was like, okay. He said, and then I had done, and I thought, well, maybe they aren't getting along, but I had requested a reset as well. And he had requested a reset and she gonna give him flack about a reset. We're paying payments of 700 and some dollars extra every week. Settlements, lease purchase ops. I don't even care if you're not a lease purchase op. Even if you're a company driver, if you come to the end where you're wrapping up your time, you should have. Hey, who is this? Hey, Regina. Good morning. I was in Vegas, by the way. Um, you should have the right to reset. It's and as Bill says, Bill take you to the green book and he'll give you the rule regulation number and tell them. He said he'll talk to safety because reset has a couple of things to it. One, it resets your clock, but it gives the driver time to recoup. Like one of the people said, I think it was She Brings Fuel, that she felt that Nick and Carla, they've been running hard. And a lot of times, if you're not in trucking and running real hard, you don't understand. It's mental out here. You need to get off this truck. There's times because what'll happen is, like right now with this issue right here, if I stayed on this truck for weeks and months, I'm gonna just tell you what I think and not give a damn. So you have to get off the truck because it does become mental. It becomes a mental issue, and you need to get your off this truck. Otherwise, you're gonna be cuckoo. And so, um, I understood. I understand what's going on as far as Nick and Carla, but you got to get off the truck. You can't. You can't stay on this truck and have sanity. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem being on it, but there's a point where you have to have normalcy, or there's gonna be a problem. You have to have normalcy. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting the bed done. I still have not installed my CB yet. I gotta read the thing, but I've been like running and been kind of tired, so I have not read crap on the CB yet. I forgot that was there. Okay, well we can use it later. Totally forgot it was there. I had a My bed becomes, I got like any pockets or crevice of the bed is storage. Like at the edges of the bed, I got water bottle, baby wipes. I got food down on the other end. Because like I said, this truck doesn't have the internal storage of the Freightliner. That's the only thing I don't like about the single sleeper Volvo. Had the top bunk, it'd probably be a little bit better. And I thought I had more. The cabinets were a little wider too on the single sleeper Volvo. I mean on the Freightliner. Don't get me wrong though, it drives good. They messed my seat up though. I don't know what the hell they did. I have not been able to get that seat to be right since they had brought the truck in for some work. And they broke something on the seat. And then whoever they changed how I had it sitting, probably for their test drive. And unfortunately, I ain't been able to get that damn seat back right since then, which is a pain in the ass. So give me a second, y'all. Let me unmake this bed and then I'll read your comments. Um, I'll take that to the house. Give me a second here. I'm gonna do that too, and I'll do this. Yeah, but no, yeah, I'm a big proponent for. And then Grumpy, he'll come and we're gonna take the trash. So I'm put that in the trunk. Trash. Oh, I gotta get my backpack too. I'll read your comments in a second. I just gotta. I'm almost done. I'm making the bed, and then I'll read comments here in a minute. And Regina, I'll start doing the. I have not moved all everybody's contacts over, so I've been lackadaisical on getting the prayer and the devotional out. I had to move it over to the new phone. I still have the old phone, and I'm gonna keep the old phone for this company because he does pay $10 a pay period towards your cell phone for them to be able to call you on it. So that's the phone he gonna get. I don't want you bothering me on that other one because when I don't want to be bothered, I'm gonna shut it down. Because the lady who referred me told me, she said there were times she just straight up blocked his ass. I was like, okay, you done told me everything I need to know. She's like, girl, there gonna be times when you just have to block his ass. I'm like, okay, thank you for the heads up. Yeah, so he's a little special at times. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I got all the bedding. Okay, hold up. Yeah, y'all don't want to show you the name of the company, But this, I'm filling out all this little paperwork here in order to put in trips. It's old school, very old school, crazy as hell, old school. Okay. I don't know. That lady done come in here a couple times. I don't know what she looking for. Um, but yes, it's very old school. All right. Most. Sure. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, you gotta have all your papers together, cause, like I said, he is old school. Okay. Um. All right, bedding is the last part I gotta do, and then I'm done. I've gotten everything together. And see, like I like to park the truck at the truck stop, cause the truck stop is just a little closer to Monty, to Grumpy. And if I park the truck there, I'm able to intermittently come to the truck and I can vacuum and straighten up and wipe down. Now, since when I found out from the lady, she said, yeah, she had taken her truck home. This woman's got 18 years of driving experience. She lives less than 15 minutes from 5 minutes from the terminal, I think is what she said. I said 15 minutes. Everything's 15 minutes in this area. She lives about 5 minutes from the damn terminal. She said they called her at home when she was working here. And she said they pay good money. She said, but it's bull, you know. So I got 18 years experience. I'm not tearing up your stuff. I said, you preaching to the choir because I was blown away. Uh, because the way he came across, I'm like, do you think I'm joyriding in your shit? What you, bro? You coming across the wrong way, son. Like I said, there's no tactful tax because he doesn't. I don't think he sees you really as human. He sees you more as a servant, which is a problem. All right, y'all. Whew. So y'all see, that's laundry, bedding. I have rugs I put down. Also my bags. Oh, I gotta get my backpack. And I gotta get my backpack down. Whew, my backpack has my laptop. Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. Let me see if that's better. Okay. Let me see who is all in here. Hold on. No, Les, I didn't say that they like easy drivers. What I'm, and maybe I implied it wrong. Companies think that, so what happened is old school truck drivers might have come from the farm. Mama and daddy might have been truckers. And so they were a very simple mindset people. Like Monty, my father, he's very simple in his thought process. He's, well, some of it. When he's manipulating, conniving, he's very intelligent because he knows how to manipulate and connive people, especially females. But a lot of companies were getting people in transportation who, God forgive me for putting it like this, they might have not been the shiniest tool in the box, okay? And they might not have been, I don't mean to be mean, as intelligent back in the day. So they had a certain thought process and mindset. We still have some of them out here. But now you have a broader scope of people in this industry from all walks of life. Some who have left corporate backgrounds, some who are educated degree wise, they have college degrees. And you have these people who are on that level, but yet you're talking to them like they podunk boo boo that came off the farm and ain't got no damn sense. And so you treat them like you treat other people because you think they boo boo the fool. And I have a problem with that, because you automatically have put everybody in the same class. Well, even if they aren't the shiniest tools in the box, does that mean that you're supposed to run over them? Does that mean that you are supposed to manipulate them? Does that mean I have problems with that? I have huge problems with that. And so, like I said, you get a lot of these people out here, and that's how they think, that's how they act. And they, like I said, you're not the brightest tool in the shed. And so they treat you like you're dumb, and they don't treat you with any value, any worth. They treat you like shit. I don't have any other way to put it. They treat you like crap. And and they don't see you beyond, they don't see any value to who you are as a human being. And that's a problem. And so I can talk to you anyway. I can treat you anyway. I'm gonna talk to you and treat you like you're my cocker. Shit, they treat their cocker spaniel better than they treat you. Let's just go on and go there. They'll treat their damn dog better than they treat some of these drivers out here. You go to these starter companies. So the starter company I came from, let me give you an example. And because I guess they think folks are dumb, and maybe people are dumb. That's why it's like the starter company I came from, and I think starting fine, but once a driver's experienced, there's a certain level of humanity you need to give them. They need a refrigerator on the truck. They need to be able to put a microwave on the truck. They need a decent APU on this truck. They need an inverter on the truck. I'm a human being, okay? Spending money buying food out. So, like, Larry Smith went to a company similar, and let me go back to starter company. They started getting the newer trucks to give you the capability, like on the new Freightliner over here, you can put, if y'all saw my Freightliner out in 2019 when I was with that little Oklahoma company, I could put a little refrigerator right here, right? Apartment size refrigerator. I got it from Walmart, sitting in my storage unit right now. Put that on there, and then I had an area where you could put the microwave. They had the flat screen TV, all that. So they had some of the modern conveniences. Well, the starter company I was with, they have those, but they don't have APU. So what'll happen is they had a little temperature shit on the side that if it runs between 30 something and 60 something, it cuts the truck off. What these assholes is going to send out to people is, oh, if you're in that zone where it's idling and you don't have to idle, please turn the truck off. I know some of you guys are using excuses that you're trying to keep your refrigerator on, but your refrigerator will keep stuff cold for X. Do you go home and turn your damn electricity off just because you're not using it and say, okay, everything in the refrigerator is going to, everything in the refrigerator is going to stay cold for XYZ length of time? Are you shitting me? That's treating you like you're less than human. And that's some dumb shiznit, okay? You basically want me to turn the truck off and leave my stuff in here, hope that it stays like right now. I got the APU going. Okay? I got the APU going. Why? Because I have food in this refrigerator. I'm not I'm not taking the food off the refrigerator. Every time I'm not. I'm gonna leave the APU going. It'll cut on and off as needed, but I'm gonna have this APU going when I get off this damn truck. You crazy as hell. That's what I'm talking about. You got a bunch of people who they want to treat you like you less than human. And they want to talk to these people like they less than human. And I'm sorry, I have a huge problem with that. Huge. And and you want to treat me like I'm a dog or I'm not. That's what I said. How you talk to people, you get talked right back to from my world. That's what I told. I warned the old boy up in here. We was up in Oakland. I said this dude in this building, he's about to open up a casket and he gonna pull out the Shannon he don't want to meet. I'm a nice person up until you hit me the wrong way. I done been through too much shit in my life, and now at 50 years old, my tolerance for BS very thin. I don't have the tolerance. Zero. And even Bill back in the day, he said, he said, I have been through a lot of trucking companies. I made very good money. You can always get, as long as you can sit your ass in that seat, see, and do the job, somebody gonna hire you. Basically, you don't have to put up with shenanigans. You want to act a fool, you got a good driver. Like he said, you have no accidents, incidents. To replace a driver like you will take about 5 to 6 drivers. To replace a driver like him will take 12 to 15 because he's got 42 years experience. No jackknifes, no turnovers. He's had some issues, but he didn't have no major accidents. And he has experience from tanker, hazmat, reefer, dry van, oil field, doubles, triples, LTL, charter bus, regular bus. The boy has been in all sorts of aspects of transportation. That's an experienced driver. You gotta that there's value and treatment you give if you want that. The starter companies, you play in the chintzy games to pay these people on top these big bonuses and wages, and the drivers are still getting chump change. But the drivers are really the lifeblood of what you need to have done to get that money on top. You might want to reevaluate. I'm just saying. Hold on, let me go back up here. I'm dealing with these comments. Hold on. Y'all, I'm trying to go back and get your comments. Hold on. Okay, losing appendage. Don't be a lot. Y'all don't know if y'all, some of y'all too young to remember Lorena Bobbitt. I don't know if y'all remember that. Y'all, if y'all don't know who she is, I'm telling my age. She cut off, I think it was her husband's dick. Hold on. Y'all can go back and research it. He probably deserved that shit too. Uh, oh, Les, yes. No, I'm not knocking anything you said. I didn't know if you understood where I was going with everything. Well, Schneider's one of the companies I'm talking about. So one of my homegirls, and that was who I was gonna mention. They told them, well, first of all, they can't use their cell phones, not even with the wireless headset, which I thought was crazy. They basically don't allow them to have refrigerators or any of that shit hooked up in their trucks. So she had to have a cooler. And she asked them, "Are you for real?" And they were. She didn't stay with them long. And I told her, I said, "You can't. You're an experienced driver. An experienced driver, in most cases, you need a refrigerator. If you're gonna run right, I've been in places where I don't have there ain't nowhere to go pick up a subway. When I was down there I went to go pick watermelons up at the border of Texas and in Texas, the border of Texas. Wasn't no subway unless I got something on the way. So what did I do? I made myself a sandwich, and right now I'm at the point where I can have a hot meal. I got right now black bean burgers in there. I got some frozen burritos in there. Okay. So I can make myself a little veggie burger and I got bread up here. I can do Hey JJ, what's up, son? Hey, Leisha, I didn't see you. A lot of y'all, please forgive me. Hello, good morning to everybody I didn't see. Stop, drop, and roll on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, Hold on, I was just reading on Schneider. I wanted to respond about Schneider. It was Chicago BBW. I mentioned Schneider. Um, but Schneider, when she told me about them, I was like, because they're one of the more bigger companies. But again, you want to pay the people on top and not make it convenient and you wonder why drivers don't want to be out here. Well, hell, if I'm making money and then having to spend all my money just to feed myself over the road, which is a lot of money, The money to eat out over the road can get expensive. Y'all see, I like to go to little decent little places and try stuff out. But to be honest, I can't do that every day. That right there would kill what I'm bringing in. I have other goals. So in order to have my money, I can't eat out every damn day. I can't. I can't. I'd be like Grumpy Smurf. That's why he's going through $3,250 a month because you want to eat out every day. It's not even feasible. You need to get off your ass and cook for yourself and save some money. It's okay to eat out every so often, but you can't. I can't. I can't eat out every day. I can't afford that. So there's times on this truck. The other night I was tired. Now I went in and had a burrito the other night. It was $10. But I can't do that every day. I have to do that every blue moon. I can't do it every day. And I'm gonna become, if I'm staying with them a little bit longer, I'm getting ready to become even more disciplined to where probably I'll only maybe grab something either once a week or once every other week if I'm out and about. Because I want to be able to get, I want to get possibly, depending on, I'm trying to pray on it because I want to see what's going on with these folks first. I might get an Instapot on here. And then I can do spaghetti. I can do, like, um, what did I want to get? I wanted to get some, one of my favorite things is sauteed spinach, and I do olive oil, sauteed spinach, and lemon pepper. Love, that's like my top favorite. That's one of my top favorite things. But I can't eat out every no, I can't eat out every day. Trying to see. Oh, I need to get my backpack down. I think I got everything else. I just need to get my backpack down. And then I hand all this stuff to Grumpy and make him work. But yeah, I can't eat out every day. Let me read the rest of this comment. But Schneider, yeah, Schneider was doing with the shenanigans. They can't even have a refrigerator on there. None of that. Okay, I read that. Read that. Girl, you Chicago BBW, you don't want to take Grumpy on it. I'm gonna send Grumpy's ass out there to you and let you deal with Grumpy. Girl, me and that ninja would be up in here fist fighting and rolling in the floor, and the truck would smell like piss. Yep, Dustin hit it right on the head. Stay away from cash advantage. Advances, keep the rubber side down. It means keep the wheels turning. Stop. Don't be at the truck stop all the time. Okay, hold on. Make sure I got everything. Did the LASIK? Somebody answered that. Let's see what else we got on here. I'm trying to make sure I got everything. Okay, we dealt with the Schneider and abandoned trucks. I'm not shocked. Oh, V. Griffith, you talking about the abandoned trucks on the driving record. So yes, it can be bad. Now, if you so I have one where I did not take the truck back to the terminal. I was told to leave the truck at the place because refused to move the truck any further because they refused to fix the truck over the road. So that's the story I was telling about a little company I work for. I took pictures of the Qualcomm messages back and forth. I took pictures of what was going on in the engine. And then I had also talked to Trucker Bill, and Trucker Bill was already telling me go. And then when they sent it, I was like, okay. They basically told me get my shit off their truck. They were sending somebody to get it. I was like, okay, do it, and we're gonna put something bad on your record. Okay. It did not stop me. I ended up at Conway. Told Conway before I got there, this is what happened. Here are pictures of what took. You're not hurting me. You're not hurting me. I talked to the lady, told her what was going on. She said, no problem. Your record, when we pulled it, everything is clear. They haven't reported anything. And I went to Conway with no problem. And they did put something bad on my deck. And whenever I apply for a job, I just go ahead and put that on there. And I don't tell them, hey, the company refused to fix the truck over the road. So it depends on the reason why you park a truck. If if you park the truck and the company's refusing to fix it for safety reasons, this is why I tell y'all to put things in writing on this little Qualcomm. You can take pictures of the Qualcomm and or if you have an email and you can use that in order to help yourself because if that company then comes back and says you abandoned the truck. So JJ's on here. I think he's still on here. He had a friend of his. Him and his friend left the company at the same time. Okay. They were at a starter company. They both took their trucks to the yard. They then gave their notices. Well, like I said, trucking companies can be dirty. JJ, he lucked up. He was already hired where he was going. Okay. Micheline, good morning. Lady M, good morning. Thank you. I just read this from Lady M. Lady M, good morning, and that's good to know. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, I don't know if JJ is still on here. That Chi-Town trucker. His buddy, they put an abandonment on on his record, which caused him to have problems going to another company. Yet him and JJ parked their truck on the same lot on the same day, right next to each other. This is why I tell you, document everything. I would have put my goodbye on this Qualcomm and or in a text message. Take pictures of the truck inside and out. Okay, if you can. If they don't throw your crap off, then take pictures of the truck inside and out. Um, you mean they tried to take him back? Is that what you meant, JJ? Plus they tried to take him. You talking about take him back? Okay, and that's the game I'm talking about. I mentioned that in the Nick Carlo video. So what they'll do, that's the game. That's part child. Ooh, y'all come to Jesus meeting on a Sunday. That's part of the game. So I don't know what his record was, but he was probably a driver they didn't want to lose. So what they'll do is they'll do some dirty stuff to try to keep you at their company, like, oh, I need a check. Because they're used to somebody who's not the sharpest tool in the box, right? And Bobo farmer boy who grew up on the farm, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go back to XYZ Corporation and work for them because I can't get a job at nowhere else. I don't know why I can't get a job at no because XYZ company is effing you. They're putting stuff on there. So what you need to do, take pictures of the truck all the way around, send your message. That's why I said emails. It's 2000 and was it 2019? You're gonna be 2020. You should have everybody and their mama got an email address. A corporation, you got a corporate email address. Driver manager, so and so. I need your email address in case of any issues. And I have a problem if you work for a company where they won't give you one. Send them an email. And if you have to attach pictures, when I left the lease purchase company, I said, I've also taken photographs of the truck inside and out. Here are a couple of the photos just to show you that the truck is left in good, clean condition with no issues to the truck. What I received is what I'm giving you back, with the exception that I've left inside the truck a trash bin with cleaning supplies and a curtain. And if the next driver wants to use it because there was no fabric curtain in there for the front, they're welcome to use that front curtain. It's in the overhead bin. And that is what I did. I took pictures inside and outside that truck. When you take pictures on your cell phone, it stamps the picture. It gives what I call the geolocation, which is your Latin long, and or it will actually tell person is at Farm Market Road 25 in Freona, Texas. That's all you need. And it gives time and date stamps. So you can go into the details of a picture. It'll give time and date stamp based on the tower, the cell tower. You can't argue with it. You they can't. And then send that shit where you the day you drop it off. I want to thank you for your time. I have family stuff to handle. Your family stuff could be that they ain't working for you and you need to make better money and they ain't running you the way. That could be your family stuff you need to handle. You ain't lying to them. It's not, I need to have better family. I need family stuff I got to handle. Otherwise, these companies can dick you. And they may dick you because, oh, I got a good driver and I don't want to lose them because they coming with the dumb stuff. They not coming with the real stuff. And that's part of the issue with driver turnover right now. It's part of the issue why companies can't keep drivers. You cannot play this game. You have to treat that driver as a human being. You cannot treat them like they're an animal. You cannot treat them like they're less than human. You've got to treat them like they're a person. Hold on, y'all. Let me call Grumpy and tell him to come on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me tell him to come on. And then I got to grab that backpack because I'll forget it. And he might be asleep knowing him. He get in that chair and just go right to sleep. So weird. Oh, he might be coming because he ain't answering the phone. Come on. No, go on and go to Parker's. Did you give her that chicken in the freezer? Okay, good. All right, yeah, go on and go to Parker's first and then come get me. All right, peace, because it's getting dark out here. Come on. Peace. Bye bye bye. They got tornado warnings again, y'all, so I ain't gonna be here long. Um, anyway, and let me show y'all what we're working with. So that's the terminal I'm at. But y'all see the clouds, right? So we got tornado warnings again. Hey, Michelle S3, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the channel. Um, yeah, so they'll do that dirty game. That's why I'm very much in writing. And a lot of like Bill's an old school truck. Well, I get on the phone because they supposed to and our recording the calls is two different things. And one thing I give Grumpy, when he uses a word called selective amnesia, which means all of a sudden I don't remember that damn phone conversation, and all of a sudden they don't got proof. Don't forget, shit can be erased, you know. But that electronic communication, I like it because it shows I sent it. And sometimes you can do what's called a read receipt to show that, hey, they got it and it was delivered. So if you got it and you read it, I'm not understanding. You opened it and you mean to tell me you don't recall? Okay, I don't know. Tell you because it was sent. You got it. It shows you got it. I got proof you got it. This is your email address, right? It's gonna make them look a little shady. Okay. And then if you have to fight it on your DAC, because you can fight your DAC, it's just like a driving credit report. You can say, delivered the truck, sent this email. Here's the attached photos. Here's a here's where the details are that the photos show that this was delivered to the area. He also had a witness. Another driver by the name of so and so was a witness that the truck was dropped right next to his. His truck number was this. He has also left the company. My truck was parked next to his on the same day. He could have had Shy sign off on something if Shy was so willing. So he has it documented. He has pictures. He now has a witness. Guess what? Boop, game over. Game over. So that's why I said you got to be careful because there's games that these companies pay for a lot of different reasons. A lot of different reasons. So V Griffith, yes, it can be bad if you just drop the truck off and you don't have a valid reason for parking the truck somewhere. Like if you get off the truck, but if for safety reasons you park that truck, hello Leisha, you park that truck and they because of safety issues they aren't repairing or fixing something. No. And the sad part is now with the CSA, it used to be like, oh, Bill used to say he was just driving into a weigh station and then tell them to do an inspection. But if you do that, it now hurts you too. So now you don't. It kind of was a. It kind of bent drivers over a little bit, okay? Because now they've bent us over because they because if we go to report the company at a weigh station, which used to be kind of a safety thing to have a DOT officer come and inspect, and then he would jump in the company's behind, it's now an issue with both of you. It affects both of you, so it kind of sucks. She bring you a hot ass mess. Oh my God, dog, that's funny. She said with the way Schneider wants you to run, you need a stove, fridge, tub. They are crazy, and if they want you to run without it, yeah, that's what my homegirl said. That they, she said she was sitting there. I was like, oh, you better than me because I would just ended up. Thank you for your time. Hell, for that much, you can go back to Swift, Knight, Warner, one of them that where you don't have that on the truck. Shit, you do better with them. They want you to turn the damn truck off and hope your food stay good. Okay, good information, Lady M, about eating out all the time. That's Monty right now. My father has a potluck. That's all he does. Yeah, yeah. If it's not in writing, thank you very much, V Griffin. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. So if you get like Bill's an old school trucker, oh, I call. Okay, you go on and call. That's why over here I don't like that phone call shit. Mm-mm. Put it right on here. or send me a text message, or send me a you can send me a text message, put it right on here, or email. Yes, yes, ma'am. Go ahead and send that to me there, because then we don't have no questions. I don't want to be on the phone with you because you can tell me one thing. It's like the other night I had to call because they told me I was picking up 1,032 cases of something, which should have been 6 pallets at my last stop in California. When I got there, they gave me 520 cases, 28 cases, and 3 pallets. So I had to call the guy who does my loads. He was half asleep. He's like, you know what? Just take it and roll with it. What did I do when I got back in this truck? I went right to this. I went right to this little machine right here. I'll read you exactly what I wrote him. Outbox, because that's the last thing I sent. Hold on. Per conversation, last note, you advised to take the 3 pallets. Done. Okay. And I replied back to that load because that part of the load that he sent me. And that was my reply. Per the phone conversation, you advised to take 3 pallets, not the 6. Done. This has been done. That's what I did. I did what you advised. So that way there's no question. And if you tell me something different, because I was still in there a lot. And if you tell me something different in the morning when you wake up and your eyes adjust and you think, oh no, go ahead and let me talk to these people. I'm still here on the lot. Let's go ahead and get that resolved right now. But yeah, no, I don't play that. Mm-mm. Oh, you know what? I hope I got my meds. I should be getting got meds. Y'all got to take my meds because I forget. When Grumpy come, though, I got to get off here. Yeah, but you guys be careful. And if you're out here, don't, that's one thing Nick and Carla were doing in their video when she talking about all the phone calls. I'm like, oh hell with the phone damn calls. You start getting this shit on this Qualcomm or this PeopleNet or whatever your onboard computer system is, or email. You email that way, and that's I made a phone call when I was at the little lease purchase op company. I made a phone call to the recruiter lady because she told me if I had any issues to contact her. I did. She then contacted somebody for me, and then it was kind of sketchy on how originally the fleet manager, the driver manager I had, her boss, he didn't even leave a voicemail. And then gosh, oh yeah, hold on y'all, let me go and get these because I almost forgot these. I don't when I come home time, because I found out they have keys, other keys can access this truck. Don't leave your valuable shit on the truck. Even these GPSs. This one is the little bitty Rand I have, right? This one was about 300. Okay, and I got a case, and I put both of them in the case. That was about 300. This one is my Garmin. This was close to just under 4. Take your shit with you. About the only thing I've left on here on side this truck right now is the CB that I haven't put up yet. That's the only thing that's on this truck. And it was $100 some. So if somebody steals it, I can replace it. It's not something I want to replace. But if I have to replace it, I'll replace it. Whenever you on home time or away from that truck for a long period of time, it's at the terminal, even if it's a corporate terminal, take your valuables with you. Especially for a small company like this, where all of a sudden he could say, oh, we had to do a B service, like an oil change or whatever, and they take the truck and put it in the shop and service it. You don't know who's on and off this truck. So take your shiznit with you. Feel me? I, I'm just saying. Your shit with you. Because you might come back and it might not be there. I'm just saying. You come back and all your be like, where the hell is so and so? Like my laptops. I got 2 laptops on this truck. Um, taking those with me. Yeah, I am. I'm not about a bunch of shenanigans. Um, but yeah, I gotta come back and I need to vacuum, and I'm leaving it as is right now. So and my truck is filthy. But yeah, and also somebody mentioned about I think it was She Brain said, hey, Nick and Carla been running so hard they need to get off. You got to get off the truck for your own sanity, and because I did it. Conway was a good company, but I was when I would home time here in Lubbock sometimes with Grumpy. Only time I got off the truck when I would home time is if I stayed with my aunt in Tennessee and I would stay at her house. Grumpy lived in this ghetto ass apartment at the time and he didn't have it was a one bedroom. The only thing he had was this very uncomfortable couch. So initially he's like, "Oh, I'm put you in a hotel." Well, the hotel when I looked up the hotel he's gonna put me in, it had the word bed bugs somewhere in the description of some of the customers' experiences. I'll stay on the truck. So I ended up staying on the truck. That is not the best move. Just find a better hotel. Um, and the reason it's not the best move is because you mentally need to have some normalcy. Trucking is a lifestyle, but it's not a normal lifestyle. So you basically are on a rolling apartment. I mean, I got a bed back here, but I don't have a shower. I don't really have a toilet. I've got, porta john possibilities in case of an emergency, but most of us want to go to a normal toilet, okay? Um, when I'm running, honestly, you tinkle in the cup with the funnel and you funnel into a bottle and you go. So I mean that's when you're running hard. And that's with me. Sometimes you see me and they pull over, put the little cup down there and tinkle in their bottle and seal it up, put it, and then you see them get back up. I know exactly what they're doing. They pulling over because they got to piss, and they're might, especially if you in Wyoming. You sometimes just got to find the side of the road and have a moment. But it's the reality of running, and so you get people, who don't understand that, and you do have to get off this truck. And I know that for me, one of the reasons I probably didn't, I could have probably switched fleet managers at Conway and maybe had a better experience. And what I should have done, I was refer- and this is where you need to listen sometimes. But I was new in the trucking. I had met a white driver over the road. He said, "Where are you based out of?" I said, "Joplin." He said, "How's that working for you?" I said, he said, when you get to Memphis, talk to them two sisters. It was a white guy. He said, I used to be based out of Joplin. I'm based out of Memphis, and I report to those two black ladies. And they were totally cool. He said they would get you home. They would, they work with you. And that's what I should have done because they were very nice. Every time I went to that Memphis terminal, very, very nice ladies. But I didn't do it. I went ahead and just stuck because, again, I didn't know any better. And I probably would have stayed with Conway was a good company. It was very good company. I just had a shitty driver manager. And unfortunately, that right there will make or break those relationships with these trucking companies. If you don't have a good driver manager, and a lot of times, unfortunately, you can't say anything. Sometimes I talked to another driver I know who worked for what is known as a very good company. They had a driver manager doing shenanigans. They ended up going local because they didn't want to play the game. And unfortunately, they were playing games with the miles and all that stuff. I don't blame them. You know, you can't, you can't, you can't. Anyway, y'all, I don't mean for this to be that long. I'm going to grab my backpack. Grumpy should be coming here in a minute. And then we're gonna be heading back out to the house because things are getting kind of dark. So I want to make sure I do my last minute. Regina, what's up? I'll be sending out the prayers here. I gotta actually while I'm out, I'm gonna probably go ahead and program in the rest of the numbers. I've only programmed some numbers. I haven't programmed everything onto the new phone. So anyway, y'all, be blessed. I'll be doing a video. I'll be doing a video here in a minute. Grumpy's here. Two and two. Okay, let me show y'all Grumpy real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna get him to say hi to y'all. That's Grumpy. And y'all ain't seen a dent. That car was beautiful, y'all. When he got that car was gorgeous. He don't take care of it. It's a hot mess. But I'm gonna have him say, watch him get out the car. This is Grumpy. This is Grumpy. Watch him get out the car. Look at watch this. He coming. Hold on, let me see if he'll say hi. Okay, he opening the back seat. Say hi. Love himself.
Hi,
These my YouTube people.
hi,
How many years did you work for the train?
32.
All right. If a train is slowing down, why is it doing that?
Fixing to run into something.
So that slowness I had yesterday in Clovis was
Just what
because
I told you. They up because I was watching the news. Up in Amarillo, they was catching hell.
Okay. Anyway, y'all, we're getting ready to get over here and unload this truck, unload the truck, and then head to the house. Peace.